What addicts want, what you want, is relapse.
Hello guys, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Tis a very exciting day and I am just beyond pumped to play, to hang out, to do a bunch of shit. I'm pumped. We are going to pause the music here. We have so much to dissect and discuss, and it's kind of crazy. We do have a lot to talk about. All right. Today is the season 3 update of the Outlast Trials, which I am just, like I said, beyond excited to play. There's so much new shit, and we're going to watch the trailer, and then I'm going to go over the new patch notes, and then I'm going to pull the game up for the first time as well. I also went ahead and bought all of the extra skins because all of them are on sale right now. So I went and bought all the little DLC extra packs. So we finally have everything practically with the content. There's a lot of crazy new shit. Like I said, I am excited. I got my little Powerpuff Girl drinky, and we got some matcha in it. Got my mushroom matcha in here. I got my collagen peptides in here. Got my almond milk. And then a big ass thing of water. I am ready to sit and play with you guys all fucking night. Alright? All night. So, let's switch over to the full screen. Alright. Here is Season 3, titled Project Relapse. Oh, let me make sure my sound is focused on the fucking... There we go. So you guys can actually fucking hear it. Ooh, and I should probably, yeah, I should probably not have it full screened. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's go. The new enemy. The Jaeger, man. Poor Henrietta. Fucking sick. Fucking sick. Okay, and then I want to watch the actual yeah, let's watch the actual trailer. This is what's happening with Amelia too. Martin, hello, happy Tuesday.
I give you everything. I take care of you. I nurture you. And you try to leave me? Nobody's leaving. No more release. No more rebirth. I'm trying to believe it's not your fault. Sometimes impressionable people make unfortunate friends.
Amelia, no!
She won't be a problem any longer. You want freedom? This is what freedom looks like. You want peace? This
Oh my god,
is
poor
peace.
Amelia.
You want control? I'll even give you control. But I'm gonna need you to admit that you don't want to leave me. You've become addicted to the therapy. It's specific pleasures.
Truth.
It's comforting instruction. Addicts don't want to let go. They don't want release. What addicts want, what you want, is relapse.
All right. So we've watched the 2 new trailers. Y'all, I've been so excited for this. I can't believe it's actually fucking happening. All right, let's pop on back to the Steam here so we can check and take a look at all these patch notes. Let me get it kind of centered here. Hang on. Zoom in a little bit more so you're not like having trouble reading along with me. Holy fuck, I'm so excited. So, as you saw in the Season 3 release trailer and also kind of what's happening with Amelia's storyline, for the last 2 weeks, we have been able to escape the facility, okay? Amelia has found a way for us to escape. We've been escaping with Amelia. I've already done that. You guys can check that out on my YouTube if you want to see the little ending if you haven't watched it yet, for the kind of escape ending. And now we are at the point where Easterman is basically just like crashing out. He's like, this is fucking crazy. This is insane. We are basically taking away your rebirths. So rebirths are not available right now, which I think is so cool of Red Barrels to do, because I think they are actually behind the scenes reworking the rebirths and the trials and the endings and everything like that. So what better way than to like kind of put it in the storyline than kind of what most games do, where they just say, oh, this is not available right now. They are really like weaving in the storyline of like why rebirths aren't available, which makes it so cool, because on the other hand, they are secretly like breaking the fourth wall because they are reworking and probably doing some things with the rebirth, which, like I said, that's just like you can just tell the company cares so much. So let's go ahead and go over this together. So this new update includes a new trial, which is called Liquidate the Union. We are going to be trying out all of the new trials today. We got 2 new MK challenges, which is Spread the Disease and Cook the Informant, which we just watched in the trailer. We have a new deluxe catalog, Project Relapse, which I'm also excited to see all the fits. We'll look at that. A new enemy, the Jaeger, which is basically Henrietta. And if you don't know Henrietta's story, she deals with Doris, who is the shadowy dame in this. If you need to look up any lore or you're behind on the Outlast Trial lores, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you go check out Gaming Harry on YouTube. He breaks down a bunch of different game story lores. He breaks down the entire Outlast franchise, but he also breaks down each update with the Outlast Trials, each like kind of special event. He's the best to watch if you are behind on the lore with Outlast Trials, or you just want to dive more into the historical aspect on it, because they do fall such hand in hand with like real historical facts mixed in with this like fantasy horror genre put together. It's like I said, this is why it's one of my favorite games. So we're also going to have a new limited time event, the Jaeger onboarding, which we'll see what that is about. It's introducing a new game mode called the Trial Maker, which right now in the Outlast community discords, people are posting their Trial Maker codes. We'll probably play some more. Of Trial Makers throughout the week. there is some special rewards that a lot of the communities are doing, that if you get the best time or the best grade combination, you get some like special upgrades for the game, like a DLC and a really cool thing in Discord. So check out Outlast Discord on the official Discord, and then the community Discord as well, because you can get a lot of trial maker codes, which we will be, like I said, diving into that. Morbid, hello! Oh, I love it. Yeah, Gaming Harry is like absolutely amazing. He is so much fun to watch. Every time he has a new video, I'm like locked in. Especially because of Outlast Trials, like I can't get enough too. It's especially when there is so much to dive into, and if you're just reading like the evidence of the game, you don't know much about, like, if you aren't a history buff, or you don't know a lot of like the actual facts of like what happened in the government and what happened with MK Ultra Trials. If that's not really like a special interest or a niche or anything you really know about, then the game like doesn't make too much sense. You know, you're just like, oh, haha. But when you like connect it with what happened in actual real life history, it's like, I absolutely love it. I cannot also get enough of it. I'm right there with you. So we are also getting a new Relapse initiative, which I'm also curious to see of like because that's kind of with the trial maker and what that's the Relapse initiative is gonna actually kind of have details with. Like I'm very curious about that. We are also getting player progression adjustments, which I have also kind of heard through the grapevine and watched some videos on it, that we are getting. We might learn in the patch notes down here, but what I'm thinking is that we are getting to level 99, I believe, and we are actually getting prestige levels now, which is so fucking cool if possible, because being stuck, like, we just got a kind of 5 level upgrade, and everyone was thinking like, what if they went to just 70 to 75, why didn't they just go ahead and go to 100? And now it's kind of cool that I think we might be getting that level 99 with the prestige, so we can just constantly keep upgrading, which is just so fucking sick. Oh, Morbid, yeah, I have that video on my YouTube. It's literally the I think the most recent video on my YouTube, where we play the actual escape for the first time with people who have already done it. So we kind of like, instead of being so confused and not knowing what to do, I kind of just like followed what everyone else was doing, and then I got to see everything without it being like miserable and lost and not know what you're doing. Yeah, it's like I said, all of Outlast Trials, the whole lore is like, the Outlast franchise is so good, but like, Red Barrels, y'all have kicked ass when it comes to season 3, when it comes to the updates, when it comes to all the lore and just constantly keeping the game fresh. It's incredible, and I like, it just deserves so much more praise. So we also are getting a save game support in escalation therapy. I'm very curious to see, this might, I think, be for solo escalation therapy runs. There was a person, we were in a group, I was in a group with some random people, and some of the random people in the group found me on Twitch, and we were chatting through my Twitch chat, and we were talking and stuff, and somebody in the lobby, because you know, on the like leaderboards in the lobby, it shows like what everyone's kind of scores in for different things. It showed escalation level, and this guy had a 436 escalation level. And we were all just trying to figure out how in the fuck is that possible, because there is no save game. At this point, there was no save game, and this was like, I think a month or 2 ago. There was no save game. This person must have just like had his computer on idle. So when he was like taking a nap or something, he like just had the mouse move a little bit and hid, so the game wouldn't shut down. How they managed to get to 436 and not get like kicked from our server in terms of like an accidental disconnection, because that seems to happen often with all, you know, players in general, is like you just accidentally get disconnected, or the game accidentally crashes. Like, it doesn't happen very often, but it is somewhat common. But this guy had a 436 level escalation therapy, which is absolutely batshit crazy. If you if you know anything about the game, like, it can take you, even with a full group of 4 and getting some of these shortest runs, you can get to level, I think, 20. I think I've got a level 19, and it took us about 3 hours to do so. like I said, especially when you have a full group and you have people that are max levels and they know what they're doing and everyone's like doing their best. It's like, it is crazy. And yes, you have unlimited basically revives that you can keep popping so you don't actually die in escalation therapy. But for someone to get 436, shout out to that person. I would love to know how they do that and how they managed to do that before the saves were introduced. Crazy. Crazy. So now we finally have save game, and I wonder if it is specifically just for solo. That's what I'd be thinking, unless you have like a specific group that you play with constantly. Like I wonder if that's saved as well. That's really nice if it is saved as solo, because I think my biggest and my only complaint about escalation therapy is you have to be sitting down. Like if you need to use the restroom, you practically like have to go hide. And then your teammates are like waiting on you, wondering like what the fuck's going on if you're playing with random people. There's no way in between like after trials to like everyone vote on like a 15-minute break or something. I think that would be really cool for Red Barrels to add into escalation therapy, is giving an option to everyone to vote on like, here's a 10-minute break. And that's it, and then like be back in 10 minutes. And then like next trial starts just like after you get past a certain period of time, because I will say it is very difficult to sit for 3 hours straight and like not have to use the restroom, not have to like run and go grab something or get something, or you know what I mean? Like it's kind of crazy, especially when you're playing games to have fun. Solo's a little bit easier, but when you're with a group, it is hard. So I hope maybe in the future they add some sort of kind of pause moment for the escalation therapy, which is like, you have the good and bad of that possibility. Is you have the like the griefers who will use it, and then like if there was a mode where it's like if they're the team leader they can pause the game, but then you're gonna have the griefers like fucking abuse it and troll and all that shit, right? But if it was voted on and you only have a 10-minute time limit, then like that's 10 minutes and then you're sitting there and then you're waiting, like that's it. I think that would be a really good way to implement a time limit, because if say someone's in the group who's like, oh, you know, needs it, they can vote on it, and then that could be the time that everyone's like, yeah, let's take a little break for like 5 seconds, you know? I would love that. Now there's also a nudity filter toggle, which we keep ours on because like I don't really give a fuck, but I know a lot of YouTubers, I know a lot of streamers, especially on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok, a lot of them don't like the nudity filter, or they don't like showing the nudity, which is like totally fine, but I think the whole nudity and grotesqueness and like craziness of the Outlast Trials is what makes the game. I know a lot, like I said, I know a lot of people will probably toggle that on if they're streaming, but I don't really give a fuck. My streams are for 18 plus people anyways. I believe that the nudity is the best art of the fucking game. It is such an important part of the entire game. I think that's what makes it stand out from a lot of other horror games as well, as like there is so much nudity in it, and it is so taboo and gross and just the fucking perfect horror game in my opinion. We are also getting the join trials in progress, which I think is pretty interesting, especially if like let's say we're playing escalation therapy and we're on like level 12, right? And say we're on level 12 and somebody crashes and now you only have 3 people, or people crash and then you only have 2, or people leave, you only have 2. I think it would be amazing to be able to join things like that, because you like people want to keep playing. Most of the time that I stop playing escalation therapy is because like people dip out and then you're so far ahead and you're like, well, we only got 2 people and now we gotta do a 45-minute map, you know? And it's like on psycho mode, you're going crazy with it. I think joining trials in progress in terms of if being able to join random trials whilst like, say for instance, I'm in a trial and I have 2 other people in the trial and we have an open space and we're just doing one of the regular MK challenges, one of the regular trials. I think that would be such a lovely, like that's such a lovely add, is to be able to just like jump in with your friends while they're in the middle of a trial. I think that's nice. And then we're gonna go through this. So we just watch trailer, we're gonna look at this new Liquidate the Union. Human labor is the backbone of liberty and profit. We cannot allow the vanity of self-preservation to threaten production. Cross the picket line, persuade labor to resume production, and liquefy the union. At this meat, plant, and rare horses. This is like an interesting aspect. This seems to be in the new suburb map as well, but this is crazy. I don't want to cross no picket lines. We're union strong here. We have a new MK challenge called Spread the Disease. Sexually transmitted disease is the secret handshake of evolutionary judgment and divine retribution. Spread the infection and we will let you out. So this also, it looks like this is the like judge aspect from Vindicate the Guilty, but this looks like Franco's kind of elements from Poison Like the Cattle and things like that. So I wonder if this is going to be Franco or a Quail trial. I think it might be a Franco trial, just based on like the mannequins and this aspect, like the background here, and this being kind of the theater room as well, but it could be Quail, who knows? We'll find out soon enough. We also have a new MK challenge, Cook the Informant. Nobody can resist the interrogation by torture, and any manner of death is mercy. Microwave the informant, burst his head, and we'll let you out. Which this also deals with the kind of little characters that are like that are wearing like the diapers, and they have the thing on their head that without light bulbs, and you have to go around with the kind of clickers and fryers and press the buttons and then their heads explodes. So that's definitely this trial. We have the new deluxe catalog. I'm gonna like not look at that because I don't want to have any spoilers just yet. But the new deluxe catalog is Project Relapse, which is the new season 3 catalog. It's filled with the 10 pages. You can unlock it with your Murkoff coins, and you can acquire stamps through the trials, blah 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 blah. And as a reminder the deluxe catalogs are available permanently. Unlock the items at your pace. I think this is such a wonderful thing that Red Barrels does. Is most games, if you do not fucking finish the season, it's gone. It's gone forever. As soon as the season's over, it's gone forever. You can't play it anymore. I think them keeping all of the catalogs from season 1, season 2, and now season 3, being able to play those, and then the new onboarding catalog as well, or the onboarding catalog that you get is the very first one. Then you have season 2, 1, and 3. So it makes it so new player friendly. It makes it to where you are able to go ahead and jump on, and you're not like, I want that cool outfit. It actually, like, if you started now, like I've started playing since the game has released. If you started playing now, you would have so much content to get through. You would be playing so much to just grind those tickets and get all of those catalogs done. Like, that's the crazy part, is like they have updated stuff so often that no matter what, I am still constantly like, okay, like I still have 1 or 2 items that I'm like, oh fuck, like I need to finish in this catalog for it to be completed. I think it's like season 2. It's like one of the last ones. And those are like 1,000 tickets. So they make you really work for it. And the fact that they are going to be permanent is just incredible. And I'm so glad they continue to do that. We now have a new enemy, the Jaeger. The Jaeger initiative introduces a valuable new member to the experimental population, or XPops. An exemplar of resilience, dedication, and obedience. Equipped with the latest in radio broadcasting technology, Murkoff guides the Jaeger remotely with simple instructions. Find and kill the assigned reagent. Wherever they run, wherever they hide. A lethal homing device on 2 legs, the Jaeger doesn't stop until her target is brutally murdered. Don't give up, and Murkoff won't give up on you. So we have the new enemy type, the Jaeger Pills and Trials. She will target 1 reagent and chase it until death. Absolutely crazy. You cannot hide from this new enemy. Like, batshit crazy. You cannot hide, and you can't, like, you can just run from it. You're just gonna have to constantly loop it. That's all you can do. And it's absolutely nuts that, like I said, you can't hide. Like, the hiding spots are going to be pointless. So this one is really stepping up the game compared to everybody where you can kind of get around it. This is the enemy you cannot get around. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And then the Jaeger onboarding. So the Jaeger is currently undergoing vigorous live environment testing. Just as death follows a wasted life, so does the Jaeger follow those it wishes to hold close. The new Variator, Jaeger. The Jaeger X-Pop is permanently present trials. Experience the event by selecting the Jaeger program on the trial board. The new Variator has also been added to Escalation Therapy and the Trial Makers. Yikes! Oh, okay, so the event is from April 22nd to May 6th and May 6th to May 20th. So we basically have a month full of being able to do this limited time program, which also is going to have special event tickets and new little things like that. And then we have the Trial Maker. So consider the blood, sweat, and tears that go into creating the therapy. Experience it for yourself and experiment with your limits, physical, mental, and emotional with our new Trial Maker. So with the Trial Maker, players can now build their own trial by combining various trials, MK challenges, and custom variators. Create up and save up to 10 unique trials. Generate names for your creations by selecting from a list of words, which I think is very cool. You can easily share your creations with your friends from the trial code. You can play trials made by other players using their code, or if they are present in the same sleep room. That's fucking sick. And you can unleash your creativity and challenge yourself like never before. Like, obviously. So, this is fucking wicked. And like I said, we will be playing a lot of trial makers made by the community and stuff. We'll dive into those and we'll do some really challenging ones and we'll have some fun with it later this week. Like I said, this whole week is dedicated to Outlast Trials. Next week on May 2nd. Oh goodness, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. I literally had to sneeze. Goodness. When I mute my mic, so I'm not like screaming into you, the microphone for you. So, this week will be all about Outlast Trials. Next week we will dive into the new Fortnite season, which is Star Wars, and we always play the Star Wars season during May, so we'll have fun with that. We are also introducing, they are also introducing the Relapse Initiative. You have proven your dedication to the therapy, but this is only the beginning. The Relapse Initiative is a fresh start. Together, we can go deeper. This is the maximal levels I was talking about. Reach the new maximum level therapy 99 to access the Relapse Initiative. Relapse reverts your therapy to level 1 in exchange of a permanent upgrade of your choice and rewards. Reagents will be invited to enter the clinic area located in the evaluation corridor after completing a trial. They must be at maximum therapy level to opt into the Relapse Initiative. I knew it. So we are actually getting level 99. Which is crazy. We are basically getting a prestige of some sort. I am very excited to see the permanent upgrades. I know we're gonna have to grind a little bit because everyone right now, if they are max level, they've been at level 75 for a hot minute. So we are going to be actually getting into this, and I'm so fucking pumped. I'm so excited. This is so cool. So the reagents will be invited to enter the clinic area located in the evaluation. Okay, I already just read that. Duh. All right, so here is, you have proven your dedication to therapy, but this is only the beginning. The Relapse Initiative is a fresh start. Together, we can go deeper. So there's a therapy reset. Your therapy, your therapy level reset, your relapse number increases after each relapse. So this is the prestige. You get a permanent unlock. I'm curious to see what these are. You get to keep all of your cosmetics. All your character and cell cosmetics are kept, which is good. You get to keep your stats. Your stats are lifetime across relapses. Relapse plaque. An honorific plaque is installed in your cell room with the amount of relapses completed. That's also really cool. I love that they do that. Benefits of performing the relapse. We kind of already talked about that. And then here's kind of the extra stuff that they're going into. So the progress adjustments. The progress has been adjusted to fit the new maximum therapy level 99. Amps are now unlocked as batches of 3 at different milestones throughout the progression. You are now rewarded with XP based on your grade. That's fucking sick. Let's go. We're actually getting more than just tickets. Especially with like special events, those tickets, you just load up on them constantly. And then you have like just all these like leftover tickets from, like I said, for the Amelia update we just had. I have like 300 leftover Amelia tickets that I couldn't use because I bought everything in the project. I wish, also, Red Barrels, I wish once you're done with an event and you've maxed out the catalog and you've bought everything you could with your tickets, I would love a way to convert those event tickets to regular Murkoff stamps, whether it be like 5 event tickets equals 1 Murkoff stamp. Like, even if it doesn't like transfer over immediately, still being able to use the amount of leftover event tickets for your Murkoff stamps would be a amazing add. So now we're actually getting XP for our grade. XP for completing the trial and MK challenges, the XP has been adjusted, which I'm sure we're getting more XP at this point too. The performance XP has been improved and it is more rewarding based on your performance during a trial. Perfect. The save game and escalation therapy. Okay, here we're getting to this. Players can now save and exit an escalation therapy run and return to it later. Only 1 save game is possible per player. Starting a new escalation therapy will overwrite the save game. Players can continue an escalation therapy with the same group, and all players will regain their exact loadout. That is what I was looking for when I was asking those questions earlier. We were getting the answers. It is not just in solo. It is with the actual group that you want to play with. So if you have a good group of friends, you guys can just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. So new players joining a saved game who haven't played previously will need to select an upgrade consecutively for each completed trial and the save game. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So say we had 3 people who had a save game. A 4th person can now jump in that is brand new, and then they'll go through the dice roll basically of what you want to select for your character build, all the way up to, like, say we got done at level 11 and we paused. You'll have 11 trials worth of things to select, plus the bonus objectives if you get those too. So Murkoff suspends the Reborn programs temporarily, which is what I was talking about earlier. So they have taken off the entire rebirths and the escape attempts as well. Like I said, I think they are refiguring and kind of creating some stuff behind the scenes. You can now join the trials in progress. We talked about that as well. And then here's some additional fixes and balances. So as some players might have experienced, the imposters have improved their behavior to cause even more confusion during trials. They can carry items, bleed, suffer from psychosis, ping, perform emotes, look around and crouch, etc. Are you joking me? The fucking imposters are the bane of my existence. How many times we'll all just be hanging out and then all of a sudden somebody like comes around the corner and then you have to second glance for a minute, because especially if you're in a trial with no names, especially if you're like not really looking at who you're playing with because the names are changed constantly because they're wearing the same outfit. And then sometimes you'll be walking and you could hear them because they make noise, obviously. But the fact that they are literally going to be carrying shit and pinging is going to make me so mad. Because if I'm getting stabbed and stabbed and stabbed and stabbed by these stupid fucking imposters because I run over there to help, it's gonna make everyone pay attention to names and the usernames of people a lot more. Which is like, I think that's the best part, is they scramble up the names. So since my name is Conway Teddy on Outlast, I think it's so funny that they literally make it like Conway Biddy, or it's like O's and zeros instead of O's, and they really switch up the usernames. But with people that already have numbers and special characters in their name, that already makes it hard to be like, are you an imposter? That's right, you are. That is a crazy add-on. So upon entering the game for the first time after the update, players are presented with a new tutorial screen to explain the Relapse initiative and progress changes. We're going to get into that in just a bit. The Relapse number is now displayed in the records and stats menu. You are no longer safe while on the other side of a garage door. Enemies can grab you? Hello? Oh no. Oh no. That's the best part. They found out our secrets, guys. That's the best fucking part. God damn it, devs, you guys knew. We literally can lift up the door. You can have one person on the other side holding the door while everyone's running underneath, and then they kind of stop in front of the door and you can't do anything. You're like, thank God I'm safe. I have like 1 hit bar left. Devs, you son of a bitches. Fuck you guys. All the cell posters now have a unique name. That's very lovely too. So it's not just like click it over, and then we got some bug fixes. This is the new DLC Sweet Releases pack. I have all the DLC packs now. I just got them. I got the new one as well, because they all were on sale. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and get them all. We have this like Easter egg lady here with like little Futterman chains. We have this like devil reagent, which is super cute. We have this very scary looking rabbit, and then this like alien orby circle guy, and then we will have some new items and posters and icons and things like that as well. So we'll check those out when we get into game. And now they have a new Coil plush if you're into that. I think Coil, like, I think this is cool, but since Coil is a extreme racist, let's say ex-Klan member from Blackwell, Oklahoma, which is one of the racist towns, which is one of the most racist towns in Oklahoma, I don't think having a plushie is a good idea. Just throwing that out there. Maybe it was like a Mother Gooseberry, which they have, sure, or a Franco, sure, but this would make me feel a little weird. So a cab. All right, guys, that is all of the patch notes for Season 3. We are about to dive into Season 3 and load up Outlast Trials. This is for my YouTube video. So stay tuned. That'll be uploaded as well to YouTube, this part that we're about to dive into. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Enjoy the new Season 3.